Alrighty then, this is going to be a free-form type of video and that there's no script, and it's basically me just talking to you guys directly because I feel I should mention why I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. Basically put, December and November, technically November is number one, are the best times for YouTubers to be uploading, even if it's just shovelware, because these are the months that you earn the most money, or at least it used to be. I don't know, the algorithm's kind of screwed with that too, but whatever. Anyhow, I did not exploit this month or last month as much as I should have or could have, so, there must have been something up right. Well, you guys remember that a few months ago I got myself a job in, outside of the internet and was working with that and, starting off a minimum wage job. And I told you all like the ups and downs of how it, of the first month or so. For those who don't remember, I started off making tortillas, and then because of some issue with a background check, they had to let me go. And then I told them that, that wasn't me in the background check, obviously, because I've never been a felon. The company who did that had to go ahead and look it up, found out that it was the wrong me, the wrong Stonewall, and then I just went back to the company and they hired me back. But they put me in the lowest position possible, basically bitch boy of the store. And, I felt sad, but I'm not going to just not do the job, right? So I did the job well, and I did it really well enough that they transferred me to another department. They got me a lot more, so they got me more hours, more responsibilities, and then they transferred me to another one with even more responsibilities and whatnot, and then they finally just gave me the official promotion to a certain head of Frozen, essentially. Basically, that's a one-person job. It's a very important job, and it'll be my job to handle that one. Which is why I haven't also been able to upload constantly for the last couple months sometimes, and this month is especially because, at first I was like, okay, my hours finally starting to get steady, but then they transfer me, so my hours change, and they're a little sporadic, and then they finally get steady, and they transfer me again, and they get even more ridiculous. And now with Frozen, they say they change again, but since this is one of those, the first big steps kind of situation, it's going to be a lot more solidified, a lot more chill. You get me? Whatever. It's going to be a lot more relaxed. But my hours are usually going to be from like 3 a.m. till 12 p.m. or 4 a.m. till 12 p.m. And basically super, super early morning shifts. Now, that's gonna allow me to at least have the afternoon to do things, play games, upload videos and whatnot. So as long as it's static, I'll finally have some peace of mind. Because again, I had intended that my schedules in the past would finally, work themselves around, and I'll be able just to upload things and, just sort of get that groove in. But I couldn't. They just became super chaotic, especially this month. Last week, I had plans to upload, and then they said, hey, Stonewall, we like what you're doing here, so we're going to put you in the dairy department. And I was like, oh, that's great. And then my hours suddenly from the afternoon shifted to the morning. One of the days I had off, I got a call, hey, Stonewall, nobody came in today. You say you want to come in? And I'm like, you know what? For an 8-hour work shift, I'm going to fucking do that. It's money in the bank, right? So I go in, and I had planned to marathon league that day. And I said, I gotta prove myself as, responsible, prove myself as, reliable and whatnot. And I eventually got rewarded with a straight up promotion, which this promotion gave. So once it's finally settled, my training on it, which they're gonna be training me this week, it's gonna solidify itself in around 40 hours, nearly 40 hours guaranteed, but it's going to be a full-time position, so hooray for me, I guess, and it comes with all those goodie benefits and whatnot. So 40 hours, obviously a pay raise, and it's just pretty excellent, especially the schedule. Come in, do that, then do anything else that is needed, and then just go home. That's great. And that will help me finally, hopefully, tend to the YouTube, which has been super neglected. And that just kind of goes to show you, if you put effort and stuff, you eventually get rewarded, as long as you're not an asshole about it, I guess. Because I've been I've been very friendly with everybody. I've been just looking out and whatnot, and obviously putting that 110%. So hooray for me in that situation, not hooray for the channel, but well, yeah, it's just kind of a bummer, right? But yeah. As I was saying, especially these last 2 weeks, as I went from working as the grocery and also the holidays, and then being called in and having some schedule shifted around because again, holidays. and going from grocery deli, and then just they say, hey, Stonewall, you did such a great job. We're gonna put you in Frozen. So it's like just chaos all over. Good kind of chaos for me, but just very, say, unapologetically unworkable for the YouTube channel. And I know it sucks that the channel kind of gets neglected just in general, and especially if you have other important things to do. But I gotta, sort of be real with people. Not all YouTubers get to make something out of a YouTube channel. Even some successful ones probably don't get to do anything out of it because their YouTube channel wasn't anything of substance, so it doesn't really prove anything. Some YouTubers, they were probably great artists, great technical people, all that kind of stuff. That can branch off into a career later because this is kind of like, their reference point. Like, look at what I've done, look at what I can do, sort of like a diploma of what those artists do with their portfolios, that kind of thing. Some YouTubers, just blog, and that doesn't really do anything, or at least nothing long term. And that's what I think my channel would be. It's mostly just League of Legends. It's pretty small scale and that kind of stuff. So even if the channel holds for another year or two, it's not gonna give me a future, right? So what I'm hoping is that just doing some other thing, working on that, developing that, will lead me to at least to have a more stable future. Well, a stable future in the future, yay, a career kind of thing. Even if it's something that everyone would find as prestigious, it's something, right? I've tried the whole college thing and I wasn't really happy with that. Either way, it's just my point. Sometimes no matter how much fun you could have had with something, in this case a YouTube channel, doesn't matter even if it was doing something that was like playing video games all day, relaxing, talking to people, you still just kind of have to think long term because, not everything lasts forever, especially things like this that are kind of honestly pretty luxurious and pretty lucky for most people to even have. So that's my thing, and hopefully for the next year, for this next year, and the channel still remains, and I'm able to, work on it as a hobby and as a passion of love, that kind of situation, or passion of love, no, project of love, I guess that's what it's called, and things go good. And with that, I'll pretty much say that hopefully this January, even though January is considered the worst month for YouTubing, I'll be uploading regularly, hopefully, because I don't want to make it seem that I'm just gonna, at this point doing it for the money. I got this other job for the stability, for the long-term kind of situation, and to give me a stable income so I don't have to worry so much about YouTube and exploiting the hell out of it. So I can make YouTube, again, the hobby, that project of love, that kind of situation, and not give off that little greedy nature. Anyways, that's just a rant about the whole situation, and I hope some of you actually listen to it, because I know a lot of people don't like me talking about work or real life that as much. Anyhow, if you stick around, I'll have a Loot Crate unboxing. It's actually November's Loot Crate. It's a magical one. I believe it has stuff like Doctor Strange in it. So that one arrived way too late for me. There was a issue with receiving it, but I got it and I'll unbox it. I still have the December one, but that one will be attached to another video later. Otherwise, stick around if you want to watch that. Alrighty then, let's get to the unboxing. Of course, every single box usually tends to have a shirt, so that's the first thing I try to feel out for. Cloth and, hey, oh I know that's the button for the cloth. Alright, and the shirt is Become an Obliviator Now. Makuza. Huh. Every half moon. Okay, I actually don't even know from what this is from. I have to look in the book for what it's from what show or magical entity it's from, but it does feel nice. A little bit different material than the other ones, just the softer ones. And hey, this is actually it feels like a book. The night is dark. Okay, I'm just putting it here. And the full of terror. Oh, it's Game of Thrones. Okay, it's a Game of Thrones book, and let's see if I can open it without destroying the thing. And yeah, I don't know if you can see my dog Peach. She's trying to come up here because she knows any box I open might actually, be loot pets, and it might have that T word that sets them off. I can't open this thing, and I don't want to use a knife or anything. Alrighty, I managed to get it open. Obviously, the little bookmark thing. I wonder what this is for. Let's see, a little thing for Melisandre, I guess. It's a little notebook. Okay, I haven't watched it. If this has any meaning in the actual, the show yet, it'll have a little book. But hey, it's just kind of a little note thing. I guess a phone book, or no, it's a memo book, or a phone book, whatever. It's a little memo book, and it's like, to be fair, this thing for some people who like this kind of stuff for collectors would be fine, but I think most phones have kind of just replaced this as a sort of, your reminders thingy. So, it's like, I guess just for the novelty, right? And we got ourselves a box of Doctor Strange. Benedict Cucumber, or whatever his name is. Anyways. Yeah, it's a little, just a little figurine. I have a bunch of these all over my table and everything, so I'll probably just prop this up somewhere. Or I think it's made by the same people who made the Deadpool one, so it's kind of the same kind of thing. We have those in the bedroom, just kind of sitting there. All right. So I'm gonna just take out the rest of the contents right now. It's got quite a bit. Let's see. Here's the little magical icon. Oh, it's the Elder Scrolls. And I don't know if you guys know this, but because I never really talked about it too much, but I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan, and I still will play stuff like Skyrim and even Oblivion, going back to it because it was always so much fun. And we got ourselves a little comic book. I think that's Snake, right, from Blade Runner, and I don't know, ghost shit, and all this other stuff. So Big Trouble in Little China. There we go. Escape from New York. It's just a comic book, right? If you enjoy this, you enjoy this, but I think this one's just mostly just for novel. And let's see, I'm gonna look at the magazine just to tell me what the thing's from. Oh, from the Fantastic Beasts. Okay, that movie. I didn't watch it, and I wasn't even a big Harry Potter fan, really. My wife is. It's a Fantastic Beasts shirt. It's a nice shirt, so I'd wear it regardless. But I have a friend who really loves Harry Potter, and he also had mixed feelings about Fantastic Beasts, but whatever, he'll like the shirt regardless. And let's see what else is in this box. Oh no, it's just a little figurine. And according to this thing, is in the magazine you can work around with the. Where is it? You can work around with the box. There you go. To make yourself a little tiny. I don't know. I call it an Accio box. I guess you make it into a little box and you either put stuff on it or it just kind of looks cool. Yeah. Design wise for this box is a little bit better, alright? A figure's a figure, right? Good for whatever. This thing, I mean, good if you like the novelty, but I would say that, phones have kind of made it redundant or pointless. The shirt's a good quality, and the comic book's just kind of, give it or take, mostly probably say give it away. I would say this box, for the more recent ones, has kind of been a little bit too, tame in comparison. Probably one of the weaker boxes of late. But yeah, the December one apparently is really good, so I'm going to open that one soon enough.